Okay, so today is day 32. We are finally in Louisiana. This is really, really cool. Texas was awesome, like I keep saying, but it's good to be here. We are in Cajun country. It's cool. Today was a crazy day. Today was a lot of fun. It was a long day. Took a little bit of a detour that just wasn't the most direct route, but it was kind of on some country roads and stuff, so it was great. We headed up a little farther north on Highway 12, and we went through some little smaller towns, and it was just great to finally leave Texas, go over the river, get to Louisiana. Um, just had a really good time doing that, and yeah, it was just like a really good kind of moral victory to finally get through Texas, because I kept having all these people tell me, because I've had a couple people that have attempted this trip before, the cross country trip, and they said, yeah, I had this and that happen to me in Texas and I had to turn around, or like I got to Texas but then I had to turn around. So um, it was good to finally get out of Texas, because I always was under the impression that if anything was going to happen, it was going to happen to us in Texas, just because it's so huge. Um, but yeah, now that we're out, everything is cool, and yeah, so we crossed the line today, got into Louisiana, and then we stopped in this little town called, oh, I believe it's called Isaacs. No, oh, I can't remember, but it was something like that. Isaac's maybe. Anyway, and Blake had some relatives there, some long distance. I don't even know sure if they had even had a blood relationship to them, but anyway, we were hanging out in this little town, and he said, "Yeah, let me check out, see if I can find these relatives." So he made a couple phone calls, and then lo and behold, they show up like about 10 minutes later, like pick us up at the post office. It's like, well, shit. All right, well, let's go check this out. So we go over to their place, and they're the nicest people in the world. When they feed us, we have lunch there. We talk to them for probably about an hour or two, and just get to hang out with them. And it was really cool. And then we were hitting the road after that, and it was a little scary, because it was the first time on this trip, where I almost ran out of water. And it was hot today. It was really hot. It was probably almost 100 degrees, but the thing was that the humidity was just intense today, because we're in the humid part of the country now. So I was a little bit worried that maybe I'd run out of water. At least I was more worried than I had been in the previous parts of the trip. But yeah, we found a pretty clutch Dollar General. Got some 90-cent Powerades. That was great, and everything was good. We got in, approached Lake Charles, which is where I am right now. Had to follow the well, we stayed off the interstate most of the day, but then we had to get the to Lake Charles through the interstate. It was the only way across the waterway. So we took the I-10 bridge, which was like the worst, like hardest place in the world I've ever biked. I mean, it was just the hardest bike ride of my life. It was only about 3/4 of a mile, but it was literally, you had about, I don't know, like 6 inches on the side, and it was just absolutely nothing. And as soon as we get on the bridge, there was a truck just came through me, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, all right, well, all right, that was about 3 inches away from me. That was probably the closest call I had on the whole trip. Well, hopefully that was just a fluke, and then another like 5 seconds later, another one came through. It was exactly the same. So we ended up going about halfway up the bridge, like just kind of like holding on dear life. And then all of a sudden these cop cars pull up behind us. There were two of them, and they kind of give us a police escort. Matter of fact, I mean, it was a police escort. We got a police escort across the bridge, which was really cool until we got to the end, and I'm like, oh crap! All right, yeah, they're gonna pull us over now, because it was totally illegal to be on that bridge. Um, so long story short, the guy was really cool, and we were talking to him, and he's like, yeah, we'll give you a break, but like, dude, what are you doing? Stay off that bridge. That was really stupid. You shouldn't have done that. So we kind of made it through that. That was just, oh man, that was the most intense ride I've ever had in my life, though. Oh, I almost got killed like 4 times on that stupid bridge. But anyway, we got through that, and yeah, he even let us take a picture with him, which was kind of cool. So anyway, so we got into Lake Charles, met up with the couch surfer. That's where I am right now, at the couch surfer's house. This guy's pretty cool. It was this is his first couch surfing experience, so hopefully he had a good time with us. And yeah, it's cool. He took us over to this restaurant slash bar that he works at, and we got a drink there, and met up with this friend that works at the bar, and went out to another bar, and yeah, just had a fun night. Played some darts. This is the second night in a row we've played darts. So we're starting to learn how to play cricket, which is cool. And yeah, so it's just been a really crazy, fun, adventurous day. It's been exactly what I wanted this trip to be. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been great. And tomorrow we're heading towards Lafayette, Louisiana, which should be pretty cool because my hometown is Lafayette. So is Blake because we went to high school together. And yeah, it should be cool because this is where all of my mail goes to, or comes to me when they mismail it and stuff. And this is always where Google takes me when I forget to type in California after Lafayette. So that's going to be cool just in itself. Plus it's kind of a cool Cajun town. And oh, by the way, yeah, we had this great seafood that everybody was recommending today. So we went down to this seafood place here in Lake Charles. It was awesome. It was great. But yeah, so Lafayette tomorrow should be cool. All right, later.